Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. Alright, today's video we'll be talking about tier lists and characters that I think, are strong in the game. Obviously when it comes to tier lists, for Blue Archive it's going to be a little bit more complicated. There's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration, right? I don't think there's actually a tier list out there that 100% of the players will agree upon because of how complicated the game is. Alright, so if you think about it, this game is divided into several different PvP and PvE categories. Alright, so we have PvP in this game, for sure. But also in PvE, we have like overall, in the general contents or even in raid boss. And in raid boss, there's different color as well. Like there's the yellow boss, blue boss, or the red boss. It's hard to categorize all of them in the same category overall because some characters might be really good in PvP, but in raid boss, they are almost not needed at all, right? Which is why I did some digging and I've obtained, in my opinion, the most updated tier list out there. So let me share it with you guys. Now, I know a lot of you guys might actually know this website. The first website that I found for Blue Archive's tier list was from this website called the archive.gg. Now, this one has a pretty, I would say pretty detailed, let me close these ads first. Pretty detailed tier list. If you go to the tier list section right here, you can see there's rankings for each character depending on what you want. So right now, the rankings that you see is in the overall section. Alright, and then there's PvP section, Hibiki, Shun, Tsubaki, these are the top tier. I've mentioned this in my reroll video if you guys haven't watched that yet. Plenty of characters that are strong right here. And in raids, now the raids part is a little bit tricky because raids is going to be divided into multiple raid bosses in terms of like the raid type, like yellow or blue, right? So it depends on which one. Some of them are going to be better than others depending on which raid bosses, right? So this one is not going to be super accurate. Again, it's really hard to make individual tier lists for just raids overall, but definitely a lot of effort was put here. One thing that I noticed is in the overall section, you can see Aru right here. She's a character that's really strong in the beginning of the game. When JP first started, she's definitely one of the best characters to roll for. But as time passes by, more contents are added to the game and she starts to fall off later on compared to some of the more consistent characters like Iori, Hibiki, Haruna. So with that being said, let me present to you a different tier list. So shout out to Kiyu, a member of my Discord. He also found this from one of the Blue Archive Discord. I don't know which Discord, there's plenty of Blue Archive Discord, not the official one. But let's have a look at this tier list. Alright, this video is sponsored by LD Player. In case you guys are not familiar with LD Player, it's an Android emulator that I usually run my Android games on. Regardless of it being Girl Cafe Gun, Pokemon Unite, and Blue Archive, I've pre-downloaded on this particular emulator and it works fine, it seems. And so far it's able to run it just fine, as you guys are seeing right now, the Nexon logo right there, the Net Games logo, and obviously right now, as of me recording this video, the global server is yet to launch. I think it will launch in like 6 hours, 7 hours. But as you can see, everything is working just fine. Let me increase the volume. So yeah, shout out to LD Player for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested to download this for yourself, feel free to use my referral link. I'll link it in the description below and also in the pinned comment section. This is probably a much more accurate one, I would say. If you're looking for a more updated tier list, I will try to link this tier list in somewhere in the description or somewhere in the comment section. I'll try to pin it alongside as well. Alright, so SS Plus, as you can see, must have for a guaranteed content clearing. So let's have a look at this. So as I've mentioned before, first of all we have Tsubaki right there. Alright, Tsubaki is definitely one of the better characters to roll for. Now this character is 2-star, by far the best defender. For a 2-star character to be on top of the tier list for such a long time is definitely really awesome. I do appreciate games that have that gives chance to the lower rarity characters, like not just 3-star to be on top of the tier list, but they make some of the 2-star and 1-star strong even. Tsubaki right here, best tank in the game. Now next, alright, so besides Tsubaki, as you can see, there's Haruna, right? So Haruna is definitely, one of everybody's favorite in terms of recommendation. This character right here, one of the strongest blue character that you can get early on, and there's not much blue characters released early on as well in JP server, and I'm gonna assume that's the same for global. Definitely if you are rerolling, she's one of the best 3-stars to get, but by far Iori is the highly recommended one for yellow characters. Alright, so definitely you do not want to miss out a chance on getting Iori. So she's going to be much more beneficial in most cases. Definitely go for her if you can. Next up, as you can see in the tier list, Shun. Alright, so definitely Shun, I would say she's going to be super consistent. She's definitely going to be everyone's waifu, for obvious reasons. I definitely dig her art for sure. Alright, Hibiki, also a character that you want to look out for. One of the best characters to reroll. If you can get her early on, would be nice. She's definitely on top of the tier list. Now the next character right here, I don't think we're gonna get her early on. Alright, so this is a character that she was released much later in JP. So I can't find the swimsuit version of her, but this is the regular version of her. This is Azusa Regular. So in the future, there will be like variations of the characters. As you can see, right, there's no costumes for character, but there will be like variations for characters where you can pull for in a different outfit. So that's like a different character altogether. Alright, so the next one is a 1-star. Now this one is going to be interesting. Now this is going to be the best 1-star you can ever get in the game. Now why is that? Serena right here is the best healer in the game. Yes, I know, the best healer in the game is actually a 1-star. Now obviously, the game is still ongoing and stuff. In the future, they might release like a 3-star healer. But for now, in a long time, in the longest time ever, you will be using her as your sole healer supporter character. And the last girl right there, I can't really look at who's that, but I think that's swimsuit Hina. So yeah, as you can see, in global, at the time of our game being released, the characters they want to look out for are Tsubaki, Haruna, Iori, Shun, Hibiki. These are the characters they want to look out for, because these are the 3 stars that I would say prioritize in rolling for these characters. Now there's plenty of other characters, as you can see, plenty more on the list, some higher than others. Some of them might be really good at launch, but they might fall off later on, so keep that in mind. This is like an updated tier list for JP server. Now let's glance through the SS rank, not the SSS plus, but the SS rank, second highest rank, Hina right here. So if you guys want to roll for her, she's not too bad, she's not too shabby, she's not as, you know, staple as the rest of the one. They are one rank above her, but she is definitely one of the better strikers out there. And as you can see, I already mentioned Azusa earlier, right? So that is the regular Azusa, which is this how she looks like. Alright, so Azusa swimsuit will be released later on. And also we have this lolly girl with the mustache. A bit weird, a bit creepy looking if you ask me. But hey, if you're into lollies with white mustache, hey, go ahead and roll for Sereno right here. Alright, this girl right here, this pink haired girl, Hoshino, you definitely see some people recommending her, and she might actually be the one that stands out compared to all the others in this rank. I do think that she's actually really strong. I've seen her gameplay before. She definitely will not be a bad choice if you decide to actually get her as your secondary 3-star. Now let's talk about Karin. So Karin is probably the most distinct of all because she has this tan skin, maid outfit, and probably you might have known Blue Archive from her art from the get-go, right? For me, when I first heard of Blue Archive, her art is the one that distinguished this game the most compared to a lot of other gacha games. Alright, next we also have Celica. So she is a decent raid character. If you're looking for another striker, she's definitely one of the ones that can do pretty well early on. And the last two, I'm not sure if they will be released early on. So she is one of the characters. Akane right here. I'm not sure if she will be available to reroll for, but if you obtain her, she's not too bad. She's definitely one of the better characters as well. A yellow type character, I would definitely go for Iori if you can. She could be like the 2nd or 3rd place if you are looking to roll for good yellow characters. And last but not least, this mouse right here, a bit weird. I can accept bunny ears, cat ears, but mouse ears is a bit too much for me. But this is Saya. This is her with the plain clothes outfit. I'm not sure if she is available at launch on global. She might be available later on. But yeah, those are the characters that you want to look out for. 3 stars that are pretty high in the tier list consistently in most tier lists that I've seen. Again, if there's anyone that I missed and you guys think deserve to be on the mention to roll for, let me know in the comment section below. I'll leave all the links I've used in this video, everything in the description or in the comments. I'll make sure to pin it as well. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.